If you are a boxer, there's this huge scam on social media affecting you right now that's slowing you down, even if you're a beginner or a professional, and you might not even know about it. Hi, my name is Kirill. I'm an amateur boxer from Germany, and today I want to expose a lie which all of you have been fed over and over again through your phones. I'm sorry if I sound a bit weird. It's because of my nose. I'm a bit sick today and I already broke my nose a couple of times, so you get the problem. But that also means I have the time to tell you about this because I feel this is very important for the boxing community. So let me introduce myself. This is my background. I started martial arts when I was 5 years old. First going into karate, which I really loved and did for 9 years. And even achieved my brown belt. But 1 year away from my black belt, I quit karate entirely to go full into boxing. Because I for myself thought it was a way more honest sport with real comparison and real fights. And now for the past few years, I've been going all in on boxing, training every single day, no break, with some very elite amateur boxers and even some pros. I've had the pleasure to work with national champions, help in training camps, and learn from great coaches. Boxing has been my life. I've trained every single day, on every weekend, on every work day, no breaks, no break for school, all in. But like every other Gen Z fighter, I also spend a lot of time on my phone, doom scrolling on Instagram or TikTok. And this is exactly where the problem starts. When I went to the gym the other day, I saw some beginners training on the heavy bag for the first time, probably. It was their first month of training, they told me. And they were practicing very complex combinations, 9 to 10 punches, that even for some pros can get difficult. Let me be clear, these weren't simple combinations. They weren't like jab, jab or cross. No, they were throwing everything. Hooks, uppercuts, overhands on the heavy bag. And there was no form at all. They were truly beginners, doing stuff more experienced fighters even struggle with. So I approached them, I asked them, hey, where you learned this? And they told me, yes, on Instagram. Yeah, we tried it out, it looks good. And I see this all the time now. Beginners doing stuff that is way too advanced for them, or doing the wrong stuff, believing it will be the perfect drill for them. Why is this a problem? When you're new to boxing, your brain and your body can only handle so much at once. Boxing is not just about just throwing punches. It's about so much more. It's about stance, breathing, precision, timing, and doing the right things at the right time. And these all come before power and speed. If you try too complicated drills before you can even throw a perfect jab or have proper technique on your 1-2, you force bad habits into your muscles and into your brain that will take months or even years to unlearn. That happened to me personally. When I started boxing, I was doing my karate drills still and thought, oh, I'm so good, I have so much experience. No, it took me years to unlearn the mistakes I put into my muscle memory back there. And I don't want you to make the same mistake. This is why I expose what I call the social media lie. On social media, highlights are key. And this is exactly what you see. Crazy pad work with 10 punches in a row, full speed, full power. Fancy footwork patterns, going in and out in all directions, and very advanced techniques. Very explosive drills with heavy equipments like medicine ball, throwing it in every direction. Don't get me wrong, this looks all amazing. It gets clicks, and that's what it's about. But this is not what takes you from being a beginner to being an elite fighter. The truth, the best boxers in the world didn't reach the point they are now with doing every single drill under the sun. They became that good because they were repeating the basic skills over and over again, relentlessly, until they can do them perfectly in the middle of the night, when they become second nature to you. And this is the real secret. Repetition. If you're a beginner, here's what actually matters. If you want, you can write it down. I will probably post it in the comments too. Remember this before training. You have to get these right before moving on to more special things. Number 1, a perfect stance. The stance is your grounding in boxing. Without it, nothing works. You need to be balanced while punching and moving. Without it, it kills your power and it kills your speed. You can train as much if you want. If your footwork and your stance is bad, it won't work. Number 2, master the jab. The jab is the most important punch in boxing. Yes, it's often neglected because it doesn't hold as much power as a hook or a powerful step and cross. But it sets everything else up It's the basis for nearly all combinations in boxing. So you have to get it right. And technique here is very, very important. One of my coaches once told me, if you can't win with the jab, you can't win with anything. And that's true. The jab sets everything up. You need it. It helps you with offense, defense, ring generalship, and getting out of difficult situations. You need to have a good jab. Please remember this. And then at number 3 come all the other punches. A cross and a hook, an uppercut. All these punches are great to build upon the jab, and you need to have them perfect as well, but the focus is always on the jab. And the last of the core points is point number 4. Here's where training first of all comes in, and it's working on explosive basics. Very basic drills, but explosive. Similar to how you move in the ring. Throwing something, pushing something, doing the movements you do while throwing your fist at your enemies. This includes medicine ball throws, pulls on rubber bands, or lifting weights. All these are good to build explosive power, and this is the number one thing you want. And that's basically it. That is 90% of your training that you should do in your gym. As a beginner, of course. Now I'm going to explain you why this makes sense. Why less is more. When you do too many different drills in one session, you split your focus. Instead of getting 100% better at 3 things, you get 5% better at 30 things. And in boxing, being great at a few things is far more worth it than being okay at many things. Think about great fighters like Bivol or Gennady Golovkin. They rely on perfectly executed basic techniques, not on crazy shit. They can do the basics perfectly under pressure because they have repeated them thousands of times. And this is what separates them from you. Only that, repetition. They've done it more than you. But if you train enough, you can get as good as them. And now, finishing the video, I will give you a free training guide to build your training around as a beginner. So this is for someone who's been boxing less than a year and has been making steady progress. Your week structure should always include shadow boxing, at least 10 to 15 minutes, mostly in front of a mirror, so you can look and check your technique, if it's good or if it's bad. Here you need to focus on your form. Number 2, the heavy bag. You can do a lot of stuff wrong here, so be clear with it. Short basic combinations. Jab, cross, jab, jab, cross, and jab, cross, hook. That's basically everything you need. And once you can do them very, very good, then you move on. Pad walk or partner drills. If you have a coach that can teach you, this is really, really good. If you don't, you have to leave it away. Here the focus should be on slow and controlled at first, to get the precision and the technique you practice on the heavy bag into active movements, and then into the ring. And now come explosive drills. These should be essential in every workout, but you don't need all of them. You need 1 to 3 good drills. These include sprints, push presses, and medicine ball throws. With all that, this is exactly what you need to improve to be better in real boxing fights. So, to go back on all these flashy drills you see on the internet. Look, I'm not saying all these drills are bad. I'm not saying they're useless. They can be fun, and they can be very good for what they are. They can help you improve at very special things. And they're great add-ons, but they're just not foundational. And foundations are the ones you need. Think of them like dessert. Basics are your main meal. You can't live on cake alone. You'll get sick. So here's my challenge for you. Strip your training for the next month down to the basics and go all in on them. Track your form, film yourself, and drill your jab until it's perfect. You'll be surprised how much that actually helps you then in your sparrings, because you're confident in what you can do. And if you're confident in your basics, you'll be a great fighter. If you want, you can send these videos to me on either my Instagram, TikTok, or write some questions down in the YouTube comment box. As you see, this channel is still very small, and this is my first video. I'm investing a lot of money in new equipment. I have a new camera, I have a tripod, and now have ordered new microphones to get the perfect quality for you, because I want to help you. I'm doing all this for free. You don't have to pay anything, so I would really appreciate a like and a follow on this channel to help me grow and be a professional fighter and afford the way I want to live. This costs you nothing and helps me with my journey. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, just write them down in the comments or send me a DM on Instagram. It's still a small channel, so I'm very likely to reply to you and help you personally, of course, for free. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope I could help you and clarify some things and help you on your boxing journey. And always remember, basic win fights. The sooner you master them, the sooner you can add all the flashy stuff and make it actually work.